Yeah, I mean, it can be a bitter one here. The stretch where we played well, stretch where we didn't play well. 16-0 run, I believe, in the third quarter makes it tough. Kind of things that we struggle with a little bit. We stretch, we turn the ball over. I thought we did such a good job in the first half of taking care of the ball and rebounding. I think we had 6 turnovers at the break and only giving up 4 boards. And then something that we had been focused on quite a little bit coming into this game, and I thought we did a great job. But then in the second half, we got a little loose. We turned it over, got a little more frantic. And obviously 8 for 35 or 8 for 36 behind the arc obviously isn't going to get it done as well, so we need to shoot a little bit better. Really proud of the defensive effort, though. I thought we really dug in and competed at that end of the floor, and that's you shoot 8 for 36 and you're still in the game. That's obviously because you're defending.
I was going to say in that first half, I think you guys were 2 from 17 from behind the line, and you guys were still ahead. What were you guys doing well offensively, like getting Walker involved?
Yeah, just moving the ball. I mean, we talk about sticky fingers, and we don't want that. We want the ball moving. Their possessions were all 5 players touched it, and the ball was moving side to side or outer third to outer third, and I think that loosened up a lot of things when you saw Walker and Ava Miller rolling to the basket a little bit more, so that definitely opened it up a little bit more. And then I do feel like in the second half we got a little more stagnant. Ball stuck a little bit more, didn't move nearly as much. Fatigue probably played a factor with that. Some adjustments they made defensively probably played a factor with that. But I do believe the pace that we were playing at and moving the ball allowed us to find a lot of Walker and Ava slipping and rolling to the basket early.
So they obviously stormed back, like that 16-0 run, took a lead, but you guys were able to come back a little and show some fight. Yeah. Is there, with so many young girls on the roster, so many new faces, is there some, I don't want to say moral victory, but is there some lessons you can take away and say, hey, we can build off of this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a firm believer that learning how to win is a skill. I really believe that learning how to win is a skill, a lot the same as any other skill that you might do. So putting yourself in those situations is how you learn. And so there were stretches where we played well, then we did not, and they took the lead. We came back, got the lead again, and now when you learn how to win, it's can you close it out? You're ahead with 5 minutes to go. Can you defend well enough and make enough shots to close it out and win? That's, to me, the learning how to win part. We have a lot of young kids. We have a lot of young kids on this team that are garnering some great experience. But I do believe there's definitely we could take away from this in regards to just learning. And I thought they fought. I thought they battled tonight. They really did. We just kind of came up a little bit short, couldn't knock down enough shots. But I was really proud of the way they competed.
Those offensive stretches where things got a little colder, was that a result of something they were doing defensively? Maybe a little bit of the turnovers you're talking about, or a little bit of both? Yeah,
I honestly think fatigue a little bit. We ran some kids longer tonight. I think that was a big part of it. We might have ran some kids a little bit too long. And obviously when you get fatigued and you get tired, you get a little loose. With the basketball and your decision making gets a little rougher. I thought. That probably played a big part with it. We ran some kids long. That does factor into shooting a little bit too, and at the same time. But I didn't really think they did a lot differently. We still got the ball inside in the second half. We just turned it over just a little bit too much, played a little bit frantic. But ultimately, I didn't think they did a lot differently in the second half. We just kind of shot ourselves in the foot for the most part a little bit there in the third and fourth quarter.
And how good was Walker in that first half? Those first 2 quarters, it seemed like she was, kind of getting what she wanted in the post.
Yeah, I mean, she can play like that every night if she wants. I mean, she is a very, very good player. I mean, the thing I love about Walker every day, she plays hard and she competes and she's tough and, she's a competitor. I mean, she wants to play well. She wants the team to do well. She wants to do well. It's a joy to be around players that really take their craft very seriously as far as being really good, and she definitely does that. And I thought tonight, she kind of took over early in the game. She really, truly did. I do think she got a little fatigued a little bit and probably ran her a little bit long. But I told her in the locker room, I thought she played with a tremendous amount of toughness and a tremendous amount of competitive edge. And we're going to need that every night out from her for us to grow into the team that we want to be.
How important are players like her and Mackenzie and those older players and kind of maybe calming everyone down or balancing after a loss like that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like in the moment. It's the next day. It's tomorrow. Can the upperclassmen teach the young kids to trust the process? And not skip a step in the process. And you can't just trust the process when it's going well. I mean, everybody can do that. You need to trust it also when it's not going well. And so, can you trust the process to handle it the right way, to come back on Sunday morning when we go again and give great effort on the floor and be focused in film as we get ready to go play Green Bay on Tuesday. I definitely think our upperclassmen can lead, and they do that with their daily example. When they do that with their daily example on how to handle things, our young kids learn a lot faster through that than them kind of telling them what to do. So just talking to them about living and living with a great example every single day really will get the young kids to understand how to work through stuff like this.
Okay.
So just general thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think that we definitely fought hard this game. We showed a little bit of immaturity maybe just because our team is so young, but definitely it's still early in the season and it's a growing process, and I definitely wouldn't want to say that we should be our best right now. We need our best towards the end of the season. So.
What were you doing well in the first half when you were really able to find buckets? You were pretty dominant in the post there.
Yeah, I would just say my teammates really just found me the ball a lot. They read the screens and the slips very well, so all of my teammates really had nothing to do with me in the end. But yeah, it was just the reads that they had.
Have you developed a little bit of chemistry with Mackenzie on the pick and roll? It looked like she found you a couple times there for some nice baskets.
Oh, yeah. Me and Kenzie go way back. We played each other in high school, and we competed then, and we competed last year. And she's a great player, and love to have her on in the Kelly Green this year. So really awesome player, and I love playing with her.
So what were they doing well in that third quarter stretch where they were able to kind of take over?
Yeah, so they definitely, their posts were hitting a lot of mid-range and threes towards the end, and it took some time for us to adjust, and then by the time that we adjusted, we weren't hitting our shots very well, so that's kind of how it laid out there.
So you guys were 2 for 17 from deep in the first half, but you guys were still ahead, and a lot of that had to do with the defensive effort. How proud are you with the team for the defensive effort outside of maybe that stretch in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think defense is all about toughness, and that's what we instill every day in practice. So really proud of this team, and without that, we wouldn't have been able to do that defensively.
And then in terms of closing games, because after that third quarter, you guys were still able to come back and make it close there at the end. Is learning to finish a game like that, just like you're talking about, a matter of maturing and maybe getting all the girls used to that?
100%. It's about maturity. Like I said, we have a really young team and wouldn't want to be our best right now anyway. So it's definitely something we can learn from and move forward with.
So just to start off, general thoughts on the game tonight?
Honestly, I thought we competed. I thought we did better than our previous game, and I think having that growth mindset in mind is something that we need to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think it was a learning moment for a lot of obviously younger players in the lineup tonight?
I mean, I think it's a little hard, but I mean, these girls, they're adjusting really well, but the main thing is they're competing. I think we all as a group, there is a lot of new, there's a lot of young, there are some people that did come back, but we don't have a ton of experience behind that, and I think that we need to continuously learn how to win, because winning is hard. And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
What were they doing well in that third quarter stretch where they kind of took control of the game?
Honestly, they adjusted. I mean, something wasn't working for them in the first half. They came out of the halftime and they adjusted to what we were doing on defense and offensively. And we can't get frantic when they score and think, oh, now we have to push it back and here comes turnover. So, I mean, we got to take care of the ball, and we have to adjust on the defensive end.
I was going to say, what did you like from the defensive effort outside of that stretch? Because you guys were pretty stout, throughout the multiple stretches.
Just knowing the scout and what our game plan is going into it, I think the biggest thing you're going to see from us all year is that we're going to compete. That's one of our values as a team, and to represent that every single night.
How important is ball movement to the offense? It seems like when it was clicking, you guys were just getting every player had touches kind of thing.
It's extremely important to get everybody involved because that's going to keep the defense moving. And then it's going to create more of a rhythm within your offense, and it's not going to be as stagnant, and you'll get more good looks out of that.